one of the conjoined twins is married, so the other one just has to hang out. How does that work? How does that work if one's upset and they want to leave? What about when something is going on in the bedroom? It's like, oh my God, I want to see this. Like, how does that work? I think, honestly, and people might not agree with this, but I think that everything that goes on is going to be agreed upon and consensual. So if a man is getting down with his partner, the other partner is just when in Rome. So instead of one mouth, you get 2 mouths for the price of one.
Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
On a Saturday, it's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on Podbeam as well as Apple Podcasts. I don't know if there's any Google Podcasts anymore. I think that's going away. Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm all over the place. And trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. It's going to be somewhere on the screen. Tell a friend to tell a friend because the page is growing. There is no Claw today. Claw is somewhere probably in Jason Giraffe's. I don't know. Shouts to Claw. But Jimmy's here. Hi, Jim. What's up? Yeah, listen, you are a rolling stone of this podcast. However, you did go away for a good deed. Want some big money. So shouts to you. You know what I mean? If you're not gonna be here, at least make sure you getting some money. And that's what you did. So, salute to you.
From now on, every time I'm not here, I'll try and come back with some sort of winnings.
And make sure I have something. I need some type of gift, monetary of reward, something.
Some Shake Shack.
Yeah, I would definitely take some Shake Shack. I would.
Bring back the spicy fries.
I don't like the spicy fries.
Why not?
All they do is just throw powder on it. It's rubbish. It's not like they cook it into the fries. They just throw powder on it. You ever taste like cinnamon when it's just on something? It's not the same like when it's cooked into it. I don't like it. First time I had the spicy fries, I was just like, oh, okay, let me see what this is. Maybe they cook it into. Nah, it's just tastes like that. Just cayenne chalk. So it is. It's rubbish. So Cole on the ones and twos, a silent assassin. How you doing?
Pretty good.
How was your week?
Not bad.
Yeah?
Not bad. Went quick, so yeah.
It's always good when it goes quick, and then you get to have fun here at the All Even Studios because that's what we do. I had a fantastic week. I did. I had a lot of back pain because I'm getting older, and that's always fun. It's a sad reality when you realize that you're getting old because certain things that you used to do easy you don't do anymore. I was running around my son the other day, and he asked me to pick him up, and he's one of those kids where if you do it one time, you have to do it for the next 30 minutes, right? So, picked him up and threw him on the couch, and he loved that, and I had to do that for the next 15 minutes. I was sweating profusely, like Patrick Ewing in the fourth quarter. I just didn't understand where it was coming from. I'm old. I understand that now. I get it. So, it was a week of reflection that I am getting older. How does it feel to see this old person in front of your eyes? See, you people are young. You got time, right? You got time to be washed. You're not washed yet. Got a lot of time to be able to date people and, drink things and go places. And I'm sick of those days. It's fun, but when you're 39, it doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't. Yeah. I don't know if that was happy or sad. Anyway, we also had a lot of fun with the new show, the BJ Show. Awesome interview. You guys need to check that out. With the spiritual whistleblower. She dropped a lot of gems. Diddy, a lot of other stuff that she talked about. So, that show is going to be good. It's definitely going to be something different than this. So, yeah, it's a nice switch up for what we do here. I also like to say something, though. I'm somebody who has a thick skin, and I don't care about comments. I don't care what people say about me. They can say any disparaging thing they want to. But it did bother me. My Luka Doncic segment and my take bothered so many people. It affected so many lives. And it really made people angry and upset. I even had Dallas Mavericks pages on Twitter going crazy. And after reflecting about, man, maybe I should listen to these people and say, okay, I'd like to hear your points. I'd like to hear what you have to say. It always ends up clicking in my head, and I say, I don't care. I don't give two fucks about anybody who has anything to say, any negative comments about me not knowing basketball. I watch basketball my whole life. I know what I see, and I'm going to stick to it. I don't care. You don't have to like what people say, right? But this generation has this thing about not only they don't like what you say, but they have to let you know how much it affects them emotionally. It's just a soft generation. You Gen Zers kill me. You really do. Instead of just walking out the store saying I don't like the store anymore, I got to take to my phone and got to make a comment. I got to send a bad review. What's wrong with y'all? Just live life. Sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes you meet people you don't like. Especially like nowadays with the whole, the date didn't go as great as planned. I'm uncomfortable. Like, what? You ever heard of a bad date? They exist. It happens, right? Sometimes you don't really click with the person. It's bad. There's nothing nefarious behind that shit. I don't know what's wrong with Gen Z. I just don't get it. But that Luka clip made it really, really sink in that I just don't care. I think it's going to make me lean into even more opinionated takes. Doesn't affect me. Doesn't stop what I'm doing. But I just don't understand how it affects so many people like that. Like, people getting rich. You don't know what you're talking. You don't know what you're talking about. Why are you upset? Just agree to disagree. Move on. Find some other people that share your same views, and you guys can have a coffee and talk and laugh and giggle and touch each other. Whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, I don't care, but just leave it alone. It's all right. You disagree with it. Move on. I'd like to send a big shout out to, the family of Louis Gossett Jr. Passed away today. Legendary actor. Died at the age of 87. Was the first, supporting actor, Oscar winner, black man. And, he played in so many legendary, important, monumental roles, man. The world lost a great one today. That shit, it hurt me. It hit me hard when I seen. I said, "What? This is a joke." Lewis got. Come on now, man. But he's 87 years old. You know, at that point, if you live to that age, I think it's a good life. I think you've accomplished a lot. Listen, if I end up living to 87, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all still gonna be around, and you're gonna have to take care of me at some point. Well, I'm gonna be one of those old people that you can't tell me shit. Like, if I don't want to wear pants that day, I don't care. Don't do something. Don't do anything. Just leave me alone. If I don't want to eat certain food, oh, you know, Barry, this is gonna make you sick. Give me the burger. Give it to me. I'm 87. Like, and then if people don't like what I do, I can always blame it on Alzheimer's or, you know, that I'm losing something, right? It's a perfect excuse. Be able to trip children when they're running in the play. It's like, yeah, I'm old. You can get away with a lot of stuff when you're old. So I think that's something that I'm going to be able to enjoy. But yeah, shouts to Louis Gossett Jr. And my condolences go to his family because the world lost a really, really great man, a great actor, great inspirational, just, you know, motivational speaker. He's just a gift to the world. And all my favorite actors are dying, man. Like, that's how you know you're getting old. Like, all the people that you looked up to and saw them do their thing at the height of their powers, they're going away. It sucks. What do you people? What does Gen Z have? Like, who was your actors? Like, who was your, like, the number one guy? Silence asks, who is it? Who was like the Louis Gossett Jr. of this era? Like, who was the guy? Who is it?
I was gonna say, I think Timmy's kind of taken over.
Yeah?
Timothy Chalamet. Oh yeah, Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's fucking
me-
Spider-Man. That's it. That's all he does.
For me, I like Leo because I kind of saw him younger.
Leo
a
ain't your
little bit.
generation, though.
I know.
Leo's
but
still mine.
He's still like, I'll
Yeah.
say he's older, but
Yeah.
still like, I saw like his older movies.
I see.
Like, I don't like, you know, claim him or anything, but like, I feel like for me, like growing up, that was my like movie idol.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
See, she named Leo. Is it Zac Efron?
Oh yeah.
Is it Zac Efron?
He kind of fell out a little bit because he was in like all like the Disney movies and
Yeah.
stuff.
He was in that movie with the Iron Claw.
Yeah, he was just in that. I didn't see
Yeah.
that, but
That's pretty
I heard
good.
that was good. Yeah, but he's coming back into it. I would say yeah, definitely for the girls now, like the younger girls now. Timothy Chalamet is like the heartthrob.
Yeah. Okay.
They Tom Holland too, so
All right.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I know. I'm like trying to think. I'm like they're all like very similar.
They all got
Even,
the
like-
same template. They do. It's
Jacob Elordi too is he's a Euphoria star. I'm trying to think. Even I guess like too, like for me, like Adam Sandler's not my generation, but
Right.
I grew up watching him now. Like he's like an old man, but I
Yeah.
still remember him because of the time I was watching it.
Right.
He was like younger because my brother was like still younger than you, but like closer in that age. So it's like I watch all his like old movies. I'm like, oh, like I feel like I still grew up with like Adam Sandler era, even though it was so far after.
Yeah. I mean, listen. You know, I don't know who is in this era, and you know, I'm open to seeing who it is, but I'm very cynical because I've had some great legends growing up. All this new stuff, these scripts, these rubbish. These movies are bad nowadays. Number CG and just they don't hit no more. They just don't. They just don't. So hopefully, you know, somebody can change my mind. I'm open to it. I'm a movie person, so moving on. Diddy. I don't even know what to say. He was out and about with his two daughters today, his twin daughters. Out and about like nothing happened. I mean, what is he supposed to do, right? Hey, raid your crib. All of these things are going on with this. People are saying no Diddy nowadays. It's just like, at some point, your sins end up coming back to bite you, right? My thing is, I understand that, you want to rise to the top, you want to be successful, but I just don't necessarily believe that you have to step on people and kind of do shady shit when you're there. I don't agree with it. I just don't agree with doing that. I think that there's a way to do business respectfully and not have to be so cutthroat and ruin lives in the process. Not saying that any of the stuff is true. Obviously, was he innocent until proven guilty? We got to see how the whole thing plays. That's my thing. Like, when everybody's saying this rabbit hole, all this stuff, Diddy. I'm like, let's see how it plays out, man. I need to see the evidence. I'm a logical person. I need to see things in its totality before I make a decision, before I make a rash decision either way and say this or that. Like, it's just, I can't, I just need to see it. But I'll tell you this much. It don't look, it don't look good right now. It don't. There's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of smoke out there. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's, we always heard that Diddy was a little funny in regards to certain parties. He was out there crazy. Yeah, but you know what I don't like? There's a narrative out there I don't like. I saw this shit on Instagram. No, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And mad people are sending it to me too because they know it's going to affect me emotionally. That LeBron James was talking to Diddy on some live and don't do that. Don't do that.
I feel like everyone has talked to Diddy
in
that world.
Like, don't involve Braun. Don't do that. I don't like that. He was just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Don't try to jump him into this. Don't do that. So yeah, but this whole Diddy thing has, I don't even know what to say. It's
It's great. I was seeing like how now, like, we're actually talking about it on the new show with the royal family, like how Harry's like kind of like the good one.
Yeah.
I was seeing some stuff how now he's pulled into the Diddy stuff.
What? Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
So it's like, I was saying like the royal family is like in the biggest world scandal of, the biggest like trafficking ring and whatnot. It's a little crazy.
Dirty work.
Yeah.
Dirty work. I don't believe in the royal family anyway. All of that stuff. Like, we focus too much on the royal family anyway. They're not in America. We care. Yeah. Like, it's just like, oh, come on now. We got mad time in our news cycle for the royal family. Like, come on now. This is rubbish out of here. After the break, I'm going to talk some sports. Not going to be a very, very long show today. I'm going to say what I got to say about these topics. I'm going to get out after the break.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Whoa, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast?
Yeah, don't make it the joint. What's up?
All Even.
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. We put this go something. All Even. Yo, you. Oh my God. What's up with you, man? Now you gonna have to shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump in
All
the
Even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, All
Shout out
Even.
to All Even podcast, right? All Even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
He cool? 100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. Put him in G. Oh. I shout him out, G. Oh.
Cool, man.
The NFL is the sports leader. They're the most dominant force in our country in regards to sports. And they can do whatever the hell they want. Obviously, they want to go ahead and add an extra game. Instead of 17 games, they want to go to 18. They've already changed certain rules in the past few years in regards to player safety and certain things that you can and can't do. The horse tackle, that's gone. Horse collar tackle is gone. But now they've gone an extra step now. They've changed the kickoff rules to kind of mirror what the XFL does. And they've also outlawed the hip drop tackle. So that's basically when you see somebody, a guy has the offensive player has the ball, the defender grabs the man by the waist and literally puts all of his body weight onto the actual offensive player to get him down. It's caused a lot of injuries over the years. Mark Andrews had gotten hurt. There's a couple of people that have gotten hurt over it, Patrick Mahomes. So there's pushback on both sides. There's a lot of people that are for it. There's a lot of people that are against it. And for the people that are against it, they're like, oh, they're changing the game. They're not allowing the defenders to do much. The defenders are already at a disadvantage, and they can't be able to be aggressive and do things. And, scoring is going to go up now. It's going to be a problem in the NFL. And blah, 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 blah. I understand that side of it. I do. I'm not a fan of taking another strategy or another move that somebody can use to be able to stop a play away from them. However, if it is a dangerous thing, then they have to find ways to get around it. My problem is this. For the people that say that it's ruining the game or it's making it soft, I would like anyone, whether it be an ex-football player, just a regular Joe who works at Trader Joe's, or somebody who sits behind a desk like me and has a show, to take a football, go ahead and pick a field or a gym, and have a 260-pound person grab you by the hip and literally put all of their body weight on you until they force you to go down to the ground. Because clearly, if you don't experience it, and you're just sitting on your couch saying that that's BS, that they're outlawing this thing, you don't really understand the impact of a play like that. That play, according to I've heard, Shannon Sharp talk about it and some others, that has the highest percentage of injury risk out of any other move that's out there. So yeah, if the data shows that this is a dangerous move, if the data shows that guys are getting hurt, that guys are being banged up because of this particular tackle, then yeah, they need to take it out of the game. But that's my thing. It's that for those who don't really want it to change, you need to try to experience that yourself. The NFL is a physical sport. We understand that. We understand that it's high contact. It's a collision course type of thing. But there's also ways to be able to be effective without necessarily having to do certain things that are going to, at a high risk and a high probability of hurting people. It's bad enough the sport is what it is. But if you can be able to try to make the sport as safe as possible, then that's always going to be the direction that they go into. Is it always going to be effective? Is it always going to look good? No. But it is what it is at this point. This is not going to stop people from watching the NFL. People are not going to be, oh, hip tackle's gone, I'm out. No, you're still going to watch. Players are going to have to adjust, just like they had to adjust to a 16, instead of a 16-game season, now it's 17. Now it's going to be potentially 18. They had to adjust to certain things. It's all an adjustment. If you're an athlete, you can be able to adjust. If you're getting paid millions of dollars, you can be able to adjust. And the hip tackle just, it doesn't need to be anything anymore. So let it go. For those who don't want it gone, suck it up and shut up. And the game of football will be fine. I think the ratings are going to be out the roof again for next season. Fantasy football is going to be out the roof again for next season. So it's really not affecting the bottom line that much. Really isn't. By this time next year, nobody's ever going to remember. Nobody's going to be like, yeah, you remember that hip tackle? Man, we missed those days. Missed that. Not going to miss it. So, yes, it's the outrage of the week. People want to talk about it because it's just the thing to talk about right now. Slow news week. It's a change. Just like how when Brady tore his ACL and they outlawed low bridging quarterbacks. That was a thing. It's gone. Just like how the horse collar, that's gone. Kickoffs, they're not the same anymore. You can't lead with your head anymore in regards to tackling. It's a whole bunch of shit that you can't do anymore. That's life. Society. When I was growing up, you know what we did? You know what was game back in the day? Being able to tell a girl such and such. I can't reveal that, but that was game, right? Now it's maybe deemed inappropriate, right? So if you continue to do those things, you are liable to have to face those consequences, right? Change. Things change. Society changes. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. But at the end of the day, it's going to change regardless if you like it or not. So it's about what I always say on this show. Moving on. So that's exactly what the hell we're going to do. There's an outrage out there. And it's another slow news week. Caleb Williams is the #1 draft pick potentially in the NFL draft. The Chicago Bears have the #1 pick. All roads lead to him getting drafted #1 by the Chicago Bears. Now, I have my reservations about Caleb Williams. And the reason why I have my reservations about the kid is because I'm a USC fan. I see him play. He can make every throw. That's not his problem. His problem is not making any NFL throws. The problem is not being athletically gifted and being able to have escapability out of the pocket. My issue with him is what's upstairs. Can he handle the NFL? Can he handle the speed of the NFL? Can he handle failure? Because we've seen at USC, he didn't really handle losses and failure well. Well, you're going to a Chicago Bears team that's not that great right now. They could be, but they're not. So they're not tailor-made right now to win. So how is he going to handle that if he does get drafted? But that's not what we're talking about right now. Obviously, there's people talking about because the draft is coming up. No, that's not it. He was at a game, and I seen the clip. And listen, I'll walk you through it. I seen the clip, and I didn't even know what the hell people was talking about. But what I did notice, me personally, I was like, they have lipstick on. Like, now, granted, you know, they could have caught you in a clip where you just by yourself, but he could have been with a shorty and she probably laid one on him with her lips, right? Like, so you got a girl that got nice, light, fancy lipstick. She kisses you, it's there, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Some people want to wipe it off, some people keep it there, whatever. So that's why I saw. I was like, you got lipstick on. It just left alone. Now I'm seeing a whole bunch of other crazy shit going on. He had nail polish on. I didn't notice the pink phone though. I did notice that. So people are like, oh, yo, he could be. If he is, who cares? That's my thing. Like, if he is, what does it matter? I ain't gonna lie to you. If he is, he may end up being the most popular athlete on planet Earth.
So it's good for him.
Yeah. Because he gonna have both sides. He gonna have the community behind him, the NFL community, Bears fans. This gonna be big. And if he's not, the marketing genius that he is, that's amazing, right? I'm not gay, but I'm going to just put these things on. I'm going to just look away because, yo, why not? Right? For people that know me, they know I ain't. But for people that don't, leaves that little hint, that little question mark out there. Oh, there's something about that Caleb Williams. We don't know. We need to dig further. Is he one of us? Is he one of the letter people? Who knows?
Yeah, my only, like, not issue, but, like, kind of, like, raise my eyebrows is not, like, the lipstick, whatever, not the nail, is that when he, like, kind of waved over it on the phone, you kind of saw, like, that keychain type of thing.
Yeah, that keychain on the back of the phone. Yeah.
And I would say, like, not even, like, all the girliest of girls even have. Like, that's even too far for us. So I feel like that was my only suspicion.
That's why I think it's kind of, he might have went complete extreme.
Yeah.
Just to be able to,
yeah.
I don't know.
I saw that. I was like, the phone, okay, pink, cool, whatever. Nail polish, cool. Lipstick, cool. But I was like, the keychain, that's like, that was like the question for me. It's like, well, why you got that?
Right.
Like,
dead giveaway. Like, dead giveaway. Hey, right here, keychain. Right here. Anybody who got that dead giveaway. This, like I said, the kid is super talented. He's going to be good in the NFL. If he plays for the other side, what?
Who cares?
Difference does it make?
Yeah.
He's gonna be lit when it comes to, you know, Mother's Day. Always wear pink. Maybe he's gonna wear pink all the time. Who knows? Who knows? Might have a pink face. I don't know. Change the game, right? Whole bunch of little gay kids gonna be like, hey, listen, I want to be Caleb Williams. What? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all I'm saying. What? The outrage is just ridiculous, if there is any. I don't know if there's any outrage. It's just more surprise or shock. But everybody's different. Just because he looks a certain way doesn't mean that he can't go out there every Sunday and whip your ass. Right? That's what a lot of people think too, right? Like, just because somebody might be gay, oh, you gotta be salt. Like, nah. They got some gangster gays out there. Put the beats on you. You know what I'm saying? Both ways.
Hey, yo, what the
fuck? Yo, that's all I'm saying. You know, just leave the man alone, man. If he wants to have what is it? Key ring on the back of the phone, like, it doesn't matter. If we have rhinestones on it, whatever he wants to do, just make sure you pass the ball accurately on Sundays. That's all I care about, right? Get the Bears to where they need to be, and they don't give a damn what you do. You can come to the press conferences in a pink tutu for all they care. Don't matter. Just get the job done. Because if you're getting paid as the #1 quarterback or the #1 pick in the draft, you need to perform and produce like the #1 player or the #1 quarterback in the NFL draft. Moving on. It's finally happened. It's finally happened. I'm fucking happy. All right? Now, I'm not trying to be PG. I'm going to say what I want to say. About time. I've been talking about this shit for 4 years. 4 years. Even before he got his first contract. Let Dak Prescott walk. So now we're here, 4 years later. He has a $59 million cap hit for this season. It's his last season on the contract. If the Cowboys want to create more cap space, they can be able to sign him, create more cap space for the team so they can re-sign CeeDee Lamb, they can re-sign Michael Parsons, they can re-sign a whole bunch of other people, right? But here's the problem. Dak Prescott, the conversation starts as $60 million. He's not worth $60 million as a quarterback annually. He wasn't worth the $40 million that you paid him back in 2020. I said this back in 2017, 2018. I said, Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. good doesn't win you championships. Because you can be good in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, you look like James Harden. You choke. Regular season gets you nothing. Doesn't make you a legend in Dallas. It doesn't make you a historical guy that people talk about for years to come. All you are is Kirk Cousins. You're like anywhere between 7 and 13 in regards to your ranking in the NFL in regards to top quarterbacks. That doesn't warrant $60 million. And finally, I think Jerry Jones is like, enough. I got coerced into signing him in 2020. He even said at the press conference, yeah, I overpaid for you. I overpaid for you. Should have let him test free agency that time. Now, granted, a lot of Cowboys fans are saying this right here. And this is where this conversation is gonna stay for now. Oh, well, you know, if Dallas doesn't re-sign Dak, then who do they turn to? Who do they turn to? Like, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't just get a quarterback. They don't fall off trees. Yeah, that's true. But here's a question for you, Silent Assassin. If you're in a relationship and you're not so sure about that person, they're nice, you're just not sure about them. Are you going to stay with that person all because you don't know what's out there in the great unknown and you don't want to be by yourself?
Yeah, I'm all about doing the complete opposite. For
yeah,
me,
exactly.
It's like you can never be like, I feel like too comfortable, because if you get too comfortable, then you're never gonna, you know, I guess like move on. Like if something were to happen or like there is like that red flag, you're not gonna get away from that. You know, just like, okay, I can get over that, even though it's bothering me all the time. You know, I'm good here. Why am I gonna leave? You know?
There you go, right? So people are so terrified. Cowboys are, well, who are we gonna get? You know, we can't just, you know, Dak Prescott. No. I would rather be bad for some years and figure it out than pay that sucker $60 million a year. No, not doing it. If I pay that man or Jerry pays that man $60 million, we know what to expect. You're going to get to the playoffs, we're going to lose a big game, and then he's going to get to the podium and say, yeah, I got to be better. I'll make sure I make better. We know what you're going to do. You're not that guy here. Go somewhere else. Take less money and go somewhere else. Make sure that they have everything that you want to win. Receivers, defense, running game, good coach. Great. Go there and win. Me as a Cowboys fan, I'm not going to like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to lament and be mad about it. You chose to go. Good. Let us go our own way and find our quarterback, because you ain't it, man. And he hasn't been it for a very, very long time. I don't care what the stats say in regards to regular season. I don't care how many 4,000 or 4,500 yard seasons he's put up. I don't care if he has the single season touchdown record for Cowboys. I don't care about none of that. What I do remember is him getting the doors blown off of him against a Green Bay Packers team that had no business being in the playoffs. That's what I remember. Now, granted, he didn't play defense, but he didn't look good on offense either. That's my problem. You can't pay $60 million for a severely flawed player. We clown on Kirk Cousins because he's getting all of this money. He's making $45+ million a year, and all he does is fail in the playoffs. Okay, Dak Prescott is Kirk Cousins. Let him go get money somewhere else. But you ain't gonna stay here. Go somewhere. But you can't stay in Dallas. Draft a quarterback this season. Let him sit. If he has to walk, let him walk. Or what you could do is Dallas, let him test free agency and see what his market is. Because at that point, if his market is nowhere over $45 million, you can pay that. Now, if he doesn't want to take the $45 million from you then that's his business. But you can't give him $60 million and handcuff your franchise for the next 5 to 6 years. He's not worth that type of damage. He's not worth the headache. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Justin Herbert. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not none of these guys. He's a guy that can be able to look good in certain spots, but when the rubber meets the road, Dak Prescott ain't it. And a lot of Cowboys fans understand what I mean, and a lot of you don't. But the ones that don't, the reality is coming. Okay? It's time to wipe the slate clean and get a new quarterback and stop crying. Dak Prescott isn't that great. You're just scared to be alone. You're in a bad relationship that you don't really like the person, but you're scared about what's out there because it's the unknown. Get over it. Jerry's doing the right thing for once. For one time in his life, I said, you know what? Jerry's making a smart decision. Don't pay that man again. You paid him the first time. Don't pay him again. Don't pay him again. Fool me once. Shame on me. Right? Or is it fool me once, shame on you? What is it? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And then George Bush said, fool me once. I can't get fooled again. Right? Like, that's what it is. We go ahead and do this. You're screwed. No. I'm sick of Dak Prescott. Nice guy. He has a beautiful story in regards to overcoming a lot of, tragedies and things in his life. It's not the person I don't like. It's the quarterback. Win. You need to win in Dallas. You need to win to be a great quarterback. You need to win to be able to stamp your legacy, and he hasn't done so. So, after the break, my irrelevant news of the week.
Yo, it's the Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry for All Even Podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Welcome back, y'all. Now it's time for my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch them? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Every week the stories just get better. They do. What are you dropping over there? Let's see what we got. First story. Dollar Tree announces price hike. New maximum of $7. Here's what to what are we? What's going on here? Dollar Tree. First off, it was $1. Then they shifted it to $1.25. Now you got $7 items. Then it's not the Dollar Tree anymore. It's pretty much CVS. It's a deli. Corner store. Like what? Listen, if I go to the Dollar Tree right now and I see something for $7, I'm walking out. I'm throwing $1.25 on the counter. I'm walking out. I'm walking out. You're not gonna tell me nothing $7? When? Why? What's the price point on this? Why you gotta put this to $7? That's why I'm curious, because the whole store is designed to sell it for $1. Why does this have to be $7?
Yeah, I found it. I found it kind of crazy. Like when I recently went there, I saw they actually sell like gift cards. I'm like, isn't this the Dollar Tree?
Right.
Why do you have gift cards? So I'm like, what shelf item there could be like $7? Like nothing I think of now would be worth $7. Like I'm going in there to get, some Post-its, some candy bars, spatula. Right. Like what's $7?
Some aluminum foil.
Some foil.
You know what I mean? The what you call the packaging for the food. Yeah. That's what I go in there for. Right? Mm. Garbage bags. Like come on now. $7. There's things in a grocery store that people will look at the tag and be like, okay, how much are these grapes? $7. I'm not buying that. Ain't nobody buying $7 grapes. So what you buying in a $1.25 store? $1.25 store, what you buying in there for $7? Get out of here. Listen, I don't understand what's going on nowadays. I don't like it. I don't like it. but they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes in certain situations. I don't like it. My fiance gonna be very upset because she loves the dollar store. Loves the dollar store.
Even to like, I guess like even like Dollar General. Like,
Yeah.
right, it has a dollar in its name, but like they never like promoted themselves as everything's $1. So how are you gonna just go and change your whole motto? You know what I mean? And like say, oh no, now you gotta pay an extra quarter, and now it's $7, and who knows?
But you know what will happen? They're gonna go ahead and do this and end up pricing the people out. Like that. A dollar store in neighborhoods are needed, right? It's people don't have the money to be going to other places. They can be able to stock up and rack up at the dollar store, but you go over here trying to get something sold for $7, dirty work. That's dirty business because you're forcing people that already have a very, very controlled budget to be able to now have to spend outside of their budget point. I don't like that. I don't like it.
Yes, it's correct. I wouldn't say like my neighborhood is the best
Yeah.
wealth wise. So like sometimes I go in there just to get something quick, and I see like people actually like get their groceries like for, like, to cover their family at the dollar store. I mean, so and even like that makes me like feel like some like really they gotta be here to take care of their families, but it's it's sad. So like for them to just hiking up the price, where do they go?
$7.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Couldn't even put it at $5. Like $5 is all right? $7? That's just a weird number anyway.
Yeah.
7.
Even like say like $5, okay, that's pretty cheap. But
Yeah.
$2 extra, I'm like that's way too much.
Right.
Yeah.
$5, you be like, you know what? All right, cool. I mean, $7? Nah. No. There's some movie subscriptions out there that's not even $7. You know what I'm saying? I get Peacock $5.99. You crazy? $7 for what? For what? Moving on. Before they piss me off here. I'm gonna go in there and see this $7. I'm gonna put $6 on the counter and walk out. You ain't getting the whole 7 from me. You have to eat that because you can. You can. I don't care. Moving on. Let's see what we got here. Conjoined twin Abby Hansel is now married to an Army veteran. So we were talking about this. One of the conjoined twins is married, so the other one just has to hang out. How does that work? How does that work if one's upset and they want to leave? What about when something is going on in the bedroom? It's like, oh my God, I want to see this. Like, how does that work? I think, honestly, and people might not agree with this, but I think that everything that goes on is going to be agreed upon and consensual. So if a man is getting down with his partner, the other partner is just when in Rome. So instead of one mouth, you get 2 mouths for the price of one. That might be something else, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a fetish kink that somebody might tap into. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. 2 dragons. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Like, just think about it.
I want to say, like, is that like technically like incest?
Yo, no, because they're not. Well,
but say like there's 2 dudes, they're both each got a dude, so then it's like, like a foursome basically. Isn't that's incest?
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, that's dirty work, man.
I don't know, because like I feel like you said, it has to be like, I feel like if I was ever in that situation, I gotta talk to my sister, be like, hey, lucky we're alive. We can't have normal people situations. It's gotta be like, gotta live a different life. You know,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're put in this situation, but
we got everything.
yeah.
We gotta agree to everything. So
Yeah.
if it's going down, it's going down. That's it. He know what he was doing. He know he's a sick freak. That's what he is. He's a freak. He a freaky boy. That's what he is. He saw him. He's like, yo, how you doing? Yeah. What's up with your sister? What's up? Don't worry about her. You know, she's fine. Okay, cool. It's a plan all along. It's to have 2 dragons. 2 dragons. It's a plan. I get it. You know, I'm not into kink shaming here. I'm not. Moving on. Donald Trump sells God Bless the USA Bibles for $59.99. Listen, at this point, you know, I don't talk much Trump on my show because what's the point? You know, I don't want to waste time. But for anybody that buys a Bible from Donald Trump for $60, for a man that doesn't care about the Bible that he's selling you for $60, you gotta be an idiot. I'm sorry. I don't care what walk of life you come from. There's a whole bunch of people that support Trump, whether you highly educated, whether you got a business, whether you don't, whether you're a hillbilly in the Midwest, whoever. But for you to take your $60 and go ahead and spend on this Bible, just like how you spend your $300 or $400 on the Trump sneakers that he put out there for all this stuff, he's just using you. And it kills me, like, for people to be like, well, I'm not going to spend my money on garbage. I'm not going to do that. But you'll give him your $60. You'll buy your son those $400 sneakers because it's Trump. See, the thing is, what I've realized about people is that they won't spend on things that they're not aware of. They will spend and support people that they want to support. And they will put a lot of money into it. They would. I've seen it. I've seen people love Kanye West, right? Love him. Love his music. Love the way he talks. Love the way he bucks at authority. And they buy us all his ugly ass shoes. Everything. Oh, no, they're not pretty. Some of them shits. They're ugly. Right? But because you like the person, because it's a style, you go ahead and buy it. I don't know, man. I want to move to Mars. I want to move to Mars so I can get away from people. Because every time I see a story, it just bothers me. $60 for a Bible. First off, how much does a Bible normally cost? Like, what is the price point on a Bible?
For me, like, I know it's not true, but, like, now thinking about, like, I always felt like Bibles were, like, free.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I ain't never seen them being sold. Jimmy, check that for me. How much does an average Bible cost?
I feel like even, like, that whole thought, I was like, I feel like that's against the Bible to, like,
sell it?
Like, and like, for, like, $60.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just, like, crazy. It's like, I feel like you're just, like, because, like, his people, very, like, God-driven and whatnot. I feel like you're using God to kind of, like, manipulate. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think the Bible should be sold in a dollar store for $7.
I feel like it is sold. I
for
feel like
$7. That's what it should be, bro.
I've seen it only in hotels in the dollar store.
Yeah.
You get it for $7.50 on Amazon.
You see how Yo, what is the markup on that? That's crazy.
They sell pink ones for $22.
$7 and he's selling for $6. Yo, I'm telling you, man. The man knows that his people will jump in front of a moving car for him. So, of course, yeah, while you're doing that as well, take this $60 and just buy this Bible. It's the same one that you see for $7, but this one got a MAGA cover on it. That's why it's different. So, I don't know. I don't know what it is with Trump. Moving on. Pirates of the Caribbean movies they're shooting a reboot. I'm excited for this. But I won't be if Johnny Depp's not in it. Don't make no Pirates without Johnny. I'm not into that. Because they tend to do that, right? They tend to like try to reboot things and, oh, we're going to have this young cast. No, nobody want to watch that garbage. Johnny Depp. Want her. Not, we don't want no Amber Heard. We don't want her. Keep us somewhere else. But Johnny we keep. Yeah, Johnny we want. Listen, don't try to reinvent things. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. I don't like when they reboot things and have to like change the whole dynamic of the show. And it's just like when they did Dirty Dancing. What are you doing? What are you touching Dirty Dancing for? Why? Footloose. What are you doing? Leave those alone. They try to remake Scarface. No. What else they try to remake? I mean, a whole bunch of stuff. The only thing that they can remake that's always going to be good is Batman. They can remake that 1,000 times and people will watch it. You know, Spider-Man. We've already had 3 different Spider-Mans, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Superman. There's been a ton of them. Nothing wrong with that.
I was seeing like not necessarily like a remake, but they're putting The Notebook on Broadway as a musical. That's not bad. That's kind of fire. Yeah. That's kind of fire. Notebook, yeah, listen, I'm a macho guy, right? I am. My fiance like tends to like say you're too macho. But I like The Notebook. It's a good movie. It is. You know, I'm not a big fan of Ryan Gosling because he always had the same stupid look on his face every movie. He plays the same guy every movie. He's like Jason Statham, right? Well, he didn't do too bad. And what's the girl name in there? Why can't I think of her name?
Nice looking white girl. I know her name. I forgot.
Something.
Rachel McAdams?
Yes, Rachel
There you
McAdams,
go.
yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So you got some good people in that movie. If they turn into a musical, that could slap. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might have to watch that. I have to take the let's go watch Notebook, baby. You know? I'm gonna reveal at the end of the show something that I'm watching now. Yeah. I'm very proud of it though. So that is it for my irrelevant news.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the... I mean, they stink.
Onward to basketball. Real quick, we're not, like I said, we are zooming through this show today. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Something that came to my attention. The Milwaukee Bucks are frauds. They've been frauds all season. And the reason behind their fraudum is they lack an identity. They don't know who they are. Adrian Griffin was the head coach. He was 30-13 when he took over. Or when he got fired, excuse me. And there was problems. There was turmoil in the locker room. So they had to let him go. In comes Doc Rivers. You have Dame Lillard here. You got rid of Jrue Holiday, who's one of the best perimeter defenders, if not the best perimeter guard defender out there in the league. You're bigger. You're slower. You're an aging team, and you put Doc Rivers on this team. And I don't understand what pictures this man has on whoever it is, but the fact that he continues to get jobs is beyond me. I've never seen any one person stretch a championship as long as he has. Like, it's just, it's ridiculous how long he's been employed, and he doesn't deserve it. But some numbers really jumped off the page to me in regards to the Milwaukee Bucks. In every major important statistical category, they're middle of the road. They're like 13, 15, 6. They're right there in the slap dab in the middle. What does that say to you? Average. You know what their record is since Doc Rivers has taken over this team? Remember, they were 30-13 when they fired the first coach. Right? It's a pretty good record, right? If you would say so. 17 games over 500, that's pretty good for a first-year coach. Well, you know what Doc Rivers is? He's 14-12 since he's taken this team over. This team is looking bad. Defensively, they're not as good. They have Dame who can score, who can make clutch shots, but they're big, they're slow on the perimeter. They cannot switch out the way they want to, and their defense is lacking. Chris Middleton, the injuries are really taking a toll on his career and his availability and his productivity, especially on the defensive end. But that's neither here nor there. They're frauds. They're going to be probably one and done. They might win a round, and then that's it. If that. Here's the biggest problem that I see with the Milwaukee Bucks, though, is that structurally they don't work. Is because when you have a small big combination in regards to a guard and a forward or a center, the way the pick and roll is effective is you need to have somebody who's a dual threat at the guard position. So, for example, if the guard is a guy that can be able to get to the basket, draw fouls, he can also hit mid-range shots. He's also a very good three-point shooter. That pick and roll offense is going to be way more dangerous because you have to placate what he's going to do. Are you going to give him the drive? Is he going to step back and hit this three? What's the roll man going to do? Is the roll man a threat in regards to just being a rim runner? Can he pop out and hit a three? Can he hit a mid-range? Can he create his own shot? Giannis can be able to create his own shot in a low block, yes. But he can't shoot, and he's bad at shooting free throws. So in a pick and roll situation, when you have a guy like Dame who's pretty much one-dimensional, he's a great shooter, but he's not a great finisher at the rim. So you don't necessarily have to worry about Dame driving. So in a pick and roll situation, that doesn't work. It's not effective enough to be consistently good in a game when it matters. Teams can be able to sit in the box or sit in their particular zone and just wait for something to happen because there's no threat of Dame having to cut to the basket, and you know he's a deadly lethal shooter. There's no threat of Giannis coming out and hitting a three. You know he's going to be a roll man, so you can be able to play that pick and roll situation pretty much straight up, switch on everything, and make sure everybody stays at home. So Doc Rivers needs to find different ways to be able to maximize his players, but he's not intelligent enough in regards to a head coaching scheme to understand what these guys need. They always say that he's a great motivator. Where? I don't see that. I see a team that's severely flawed defensively. Dame Lillard couldn't stop molasses from falling. That's how bad of a defender he is. Can't stay in front of anybody. So you trade for that, which is cool because he's a superstar, but these are the problems that you're going to have. And this is why if you're not the New York Knicks, if you're not the Boston Celtics, who are shaky right now, but they'll get it together, and if you're not the Miami Heat, who owns the Milwaukee Bucks historically, you're cooked. And you attached yourself to Doc Rivers. Good luck. Good luck. Moving on. People need to start worrying about my Lakers. Now, I know they lost tonight. I know the Pacers blew the doors off of them tonight. They lost by 19. I get it. However, Lakers are hot. They're doing a thing. They're making sure that they're playing right at the right time. Guys are getting healthy. Gabe Vincent is possibly going to be back soon, and a lot of Laker fans are excited about it. Hell, I'm excited about it. Problem is that where is he going to fit? You know, he's only played 5 games this year. They weren't good games. I think he shot like 12% from 3. Just didn't have his legs under him to be any type of production. But if he does come back, whose minutes is he going to cut into? Is it going to be Spencer Dinwiddie? Is it going to be D'Lo? Is it going to be Austin Reeves? I don't think it's going to be any of those guys. I don't necessarily believe that they have to give him 20 minutes right away. I think that they can be able to ease him in 7, 10, and then you can be able to move up and see how it goes from there, right? I think a guy like Cam Reddish gets his numbers cut, his minutes cut a little bit. I think the young guy, what's his name? Give me the roster for the Lakers, Jimmy. I'm drawing a blank here in regards to who he is. I know exactly who I'm talking about. Hold on. Max Christie. Max Christie. His minutes will get cut. You know, he's been playing pretty decent, but he's a young guy. I can see him coming out of the rotation, falling out of rotation, giving Gabe Vincent that spot there, because Gabe Vincent can be a feisty defender. He can be able to help in spots. But this Lakers team is really, really good, man. They're turning the corner at the right time. AD has been tremendous this year. I've been shitting on this man for years, and he's played 97 out of the last 101 games or something like that. The guy he's been available, so can't clown on him. Once we get Vando back, I think this Lakers team is gonna be good, man. Damn sure gonna be better than the Clippers. Cause you see what's going on with the Clippers right now. I'm just waiting. I haven't done a Clippers segment in a very, very long time, and there's a reason for it. I said that I'll be here for you guys, supportive. Make sure that when you guys are playing the greatest basketball outside of the Celtics and all these other teams, I'll be here to support you, because you need a place to be able to spread the joy of being Clippers fans. We're going to take it this year, but when the wheels start to fall off the bus, and they always do, just like what we're seeing right now, yeah, they beat the Magic tonight, but they had to get a heroic performance from Mr. Robot himself to get there. But when you guys fail, I'll be right here to console you and tell you that I told you so. And that's what I'm always here for. So I'm just going to wait. As I've told people all season, just wait. They'll show you exactly who they are when the lights are brightest. And I can't wait, because they're imploding in front of my eyes. And every time I see the standings, I just laugh. I laugh to myself. It's great. Death, taxes, Clippers are bad. We know that. It's the way it's always going to be. That's fine. It's fine. What else do we have here? Yeah, that's it. There's really nothing much to talk about this week. We can talk about the draft. We can talk about opening day. Yes, the Mets lost. They lost an opening day for the first time in like 14 seasons. Big whoop. Okay, baseball is on the cusp. You know, we're gonna get into the nooks of the crannies of the situation and the season real soon. But right now, first game, they got one hit. What is there to talk about? What's there to talk about? You know, I'm just waiting for JD Martinez to come back. I'm waiting for something to happen. Otherwise, whatever. Baseball is baseball. It's back. All right. Moving on. So, on to some pressing news. The greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Welcome back, y'all. It's about that time. That time to hit that dusty trail. But before we get there, the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask who is the Dummy of the Week. Jimmy, you can take that mic.
But I did see.
Well, if you don't have one, then you can just push the button.
I saw a video. Some kid. This isn't really a dummy. He's like a psychopath, but it's like a body cam footage of a cop. And so I guess his mom called the police because she found like a head in his closet. And it's so he's just like, the cop's like, so I'm here, your parents called about something they found in your closet. And he's just like, yes, a human head and hands. Mm-hmm. It's very bizarre. So I'll just give it, I don't know. I think if you keep a human head in your closet, you're probably a dummy.
That's pretty creepy.
It's creepy. When he said it's weird.
He's just very chill about
very
it.
Casual.
Yeah, he's just very casual. Yeah. And I guess he's pretty dummy, I'd say.
Well, I mean, listen, as cool and calm as you can possibly be as a psychopath, you're still a
Dummy.
for leaving it in your mother's closet. You don't think that she's gonna? Parents go through your stuff.
Yeah, he was
That's
19.
just what they do. They're very intrusive.
I didn't know anything else about the kid. I guess he killed the person. I'm assuming. I don't know.
He said it was like a homeless man. He just like wanted to like kill somebody, so he's like, oh, this, no one's gonna care. It's a homeless dude.
That's nuts.
And then killed himself.
So kind of I guess a dummy in a weird way.
Nah, it's a good one because, like I said, parents. I'm gonna check for weed. Go in his room. Right? There's a smell coming out of that room that I'm gonna check. Could you imagine? She over here looking through the drawers and stuff to see what's good, and then she goes in the closet to see the severed head and hands.
Mm-hmm.
First off, the first reaction as a parent, you're gonna be mortified, right? But the next reaction you're gonna have is like, "Yo, my kid is a fucking maniac."
Yeah, imagine.
What if I'm next? What if I say, "Yo, you're grounded," and he gonna chop me? Yeah, that's crazy.
When she's on like the phone, because it was like she was on the phone with like the 911 operator. You can tell she was like terrified.
Yeah.
I'd be terrified. Like,
Why? I'd be
kid's a
terrified too.
psychopath. I don't know. Kid's a dummy.
I get you before you get me. I'll tell you that right now.
And the dispatcher maybe gets dummy too.
Why?
He was like, not. He's like, "You sure it's a head?"
Mm-hmm.
He kept asking. He was
But
like,
but
"You
see,
sure?"
but see, the thing is, you gotta understand about dispatchers. They get a lot of crazy calls on a daily basis. So if he's trying to vet the situation, I can't really blame him because people are nuts. They're nuts. So yeah, boy with the severed head and the mother too. Yeah, everybody gets
Dummy. Yeah.
So I want to ask, who you got?
I didn't know it was a thing until I think yesterday I saw there was like a new MLB rule about the sliding.
Oh my God.
You can't
You
cover the bag.
you can't obstruct the path.
But I'm like, isn't that what you're taught to, like, when, like, say someone's stealing a base, you gotta block the bag so you get them out. I mean, so that was just like, why is this, what's the reason for this to even happen?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It's a great one. I'll tell you why. Because Rob Manfred is the stupidest commissioner in sports. He's an idiot. I've been very, very adamant on this show for years, saying that he's the stupidest commissioner in sports. Like, it doesn't make sense. So you want me to stay on this bag and swipe in a way that is not conventional to how we were trained since we were 5 years old playing baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. Second of all, you're trying to increase the stolen base for what? It's a skill. Ricky Henderson made a skill. It's a skill. Lou Brock, all of these guys, it was a skill to steal bases. If you don't have the skill, then don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing is, stolen base has been a lost art form over the past 25 years. I understand it, right? That as an idiot commissioner, he's looking at it from just a black and white situation. Well, hey, let's just stop them from stopping the stolen base. No. What you need to do is, at the grassroots level, start to focus on stolen bases again. Start to focus on bunting and situational hitting and moving the runner over, how baseball used to be fucking played. Not, when extra innings start, somebody's automatically on second. Ghost runner. This is stupid. But I expect nothing less from a
dummy. Yeah.
That's gonna be gone in 2029 and everybody across the world. I'm talking about, you ever seen people dancing in the streets in the Olympics, like how happy they are? This is how baseball fans are gonna dance in the streets. We're gonna have no draws on and just partying until the sun comes up. It's true. Because he's an idiot. So that's your answer. That's why. I can't understand why this is a rule. That's your answer. Because Rob Manfred is an idiot. And a
dummy. Yeah.
So, all of those were good. That Jimmy, you had a good one. severed head in the closet. And the hand.
Where's the rest of the body?
Just don't. Yeah, that's a kid that just doesn't need to be out in the streets. You know, arrest him immediately. Arrest him immediately. It's just lock him up. All those are good, like I said, but I have mine, and it's a microcosm of what our society is. It doesn't shock me anymore. It's just sad. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, Adidas. Adidas is my
Dummy. Yeah.
Because you know what? I am sick of this generation of fashion. I'm done with it. And I think the people who design shoes and clothes are done with it also. I just think that they're like, we've ran out of ideas. We've ran out of creativity. We've ran out of things to do, that we're just going to make people wear shoe boxes. That's what we're going to do. Adidas has come out with a line that takes chunky sneakers to the next level. Box shoe.
I didn't even see those. I have to look at.
It's like, I got nothing. Look, first off, for anybody that thinks that this is a stupid idea, newsflash. Crocs were designed in a movie that was supposed to be stupid. It was supposed to be, hey, this society of people are so dumb that they will wear these shoes, and they will wear it for important gatherings everywhere they go because it's just very lazy. The guy made it as a joke. And everybody wears Crocs today. Everyone. So let's think about that. So when we start looking at this box shoe, it's, this is stupid. No. Because I can clearly see Generation Alpha wearing these very, very soon. This is the vibe. Box shoe. Give me the red one. And then what they're going to start doing is, because they can't afford the box shoe, because I'm sure they're going to sell this piece of cardboard to people for like $100, they're going to start making their own. And when you start seeing DIY box shoes out there, you already know we are gone and lost as a community, as a nation, as a people. So this is the thing. I'm very saddened by it, but I'm not shocked, because as Americans, we are idiots. On a whole, we're just dumb people. We do dumb shit. We watch dumb things. We research stupid stuff. We get bogged down with things that we should not get bogged down with. We go down rabbit holes of conspiracies and stay there for hours at a time and abandon our families and people in reality. That's what we do. So this doesn't shock me. It's just the next step in our de-evolution in regards to people, because we're all dumb. So for the people that designed this,
Dummy. Yeah.
for the Gen Zers that love it,
Dummy. Yeah.
for the Generation Alpha that are gonna wear it,
Dummy. Yeah.
they all catch it. That's it. That's all I got. Silas ass, you got anything?
If I see you wearing the box shoe, you might get kicked.
Yes. In the nuts. In the nuts. In the special region, you get kicked. Quick PSA. Me and my lovely fiance are watching this show on Netflix that she put me onto. It's a really, really captivating show. It's a show that, you know, it's drama. suspense. It's a good story. I never thought that I would watch it. I'm invested. It's Love is Blind. I'm watching Love is Blind. I don't care. And here's my thing. I like the show, but I have some complaints. I have some concerns, and I'd like to see them switch things up. For season 7, I need a switch. Okay? From the time that I've been watching this show, from season 1 to 6, well, we're still watching it, but we're getting through it. But I've seen the gist of it, right? There's one common theme that I see, and I don't like it. It's not the fact that there's not a lot of black representation, because there is. I have no problem with that. The problem that there's gay people. Everybody's trying to look for love, right? It's fine. Why are all the people good looking? I don't like that. If you want to have a real social experiment and a real experiment, you better make sure you get some 2s and some 3s in there. Some regular ass people that are not attractive. Put them in there and have that be the show, right? Attractive people, not so attractive people, put them in that pod, and that's when the magic is gonna happen, right? Because if they kick it off and, oh my goodness, personality is so great, we hit it off in the first 5 minutes of the date, and I don't want to see anybody else. I got the ring tomorrow. Go ahead and give the ring. I do. It's always cheesy when they accept the proposal. I do. Right? But then when they get to that next level, when you get to see that person, it's like, oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to grab them and give them a kiss, right? And they're in that wrestling thing that you can see the silhouette, right? Before you enter the arena, right? Both sides. Man comes out and he always has this goofy ass run that he does, and the girl's all happy and she tripping over her shoes, right? What if you have that ugly duckling and handsome man or woman, and now we got some drama, right? Because it's like, yo, this person is fly from the inside. Yo, that's what I want. So Love is Blind, if you're listening, all right, stop with all these good-looking people that exercise and they in the gym all the time. They eat stupid bird food and everybody isn't healthy. I don't want that, okay? I want people with high cholesterol, people with high blood pressure, people that got certain issues going on, acne. I want all of that stuff, okay? Don't have no perfect people out there. I don't like it because it's not a representation of what is America. And if Love is really blind, you would really take the steps to do so. That's it for the show. It's pretty good. It was quick, but efficient. So it also was what it's all about. You know, quick and efficient. We'll be back next week. Silent Assassin, got anything to say? No?
That's all I had to say.
Yeah. Jimmy, the super intern, anything to say?
Nice show.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
My son is the champ, so get over it.